Oh, this is Brand You Around the World. Brand You Around the World. And a lot of people ask me, why is your name Brand You? Brand You started from my children. My children's name are Brandon and Jordan. Therefore, you got Brand You, and I want to go around the world. Um, for the most part, that's where I started because something that I wanted to do all my life. I wanted to go traveling. I never had the chance. I was going to school. I was in the military. I was doing this, that. I just never had the time. So now that I'm able to do it, I decided, you know what? Let's go and do it. Um, Next thing I want to talk to you guys about is new place I just fell in love with. Oh, now let me let you know. I love Medellin, Cartagena, Barranquilla, Santa Marta, and all up. I love Colombia. I love Colombia. Fell in love with it, I think, 4 or 5 years ago. But I just came back this week from Cali. And initially, I thought Cali was going to be boring. I heard the Cuban cigar smoker was there doing his teeth or whatnot. I heard Ace Live, he did something up there too. There's a cat named Andrea and Andrea. They did something up there. And I never went up there. So I was like, you know what? Well, no, 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 no. The real reason I went up there, because I did see them, but the real reason I went out there is I got a cheap flight. I was looking around. I was trying to go to Philippines, Cambodia, and Vietnam for $359 round trip, and I found something around that price, and I was going to jump on it. And just when I was about to jump on it, I said, "Let me check out Medellin because I love Medellin." Medellin, they wanted a month. They wanted like $500-600 round trip, and then I looked. I said, "Let me put Cali." Cali was like $229 round trip. I was like, "Whoa, $229! I got to get on this." So I changed all my plans and I decided I was going to Cali. I bought it. Don't know anybody in Cali. Never been to Cali. Don't know nothing about Cali. So now I got to go and research Cali. So for the last 2 months, I was researching where should I go? What should I do? Who's been there? How is it? How's the crime area? Where do I go? I finally got decided on San Fernando. San Fernando is a little town right outside of no, it's inside. It's inside Cali. So San Fernando, I went to San Fernando and I had a great time. I stayed in Parque del Perro in San Fernando. And while I was there, I started taking salsa classes. I hope you can see mine is zero. And I had 4 salsa classes. Came up to 60,000, so $20. It was 2.5 hours of salsa classes, right in the rail in Cali. So I had a blast. I went through Airbnb. I did get a hotel that cost me, I didn't splurge, cost me $19 with breakfast. And it was in Parque del Perro, which is a good area to go. I really recommend Parque del Perro. Um, it was a good house, clean, 2 floors. And once I went to Airbnb, I also started hooking up through my flight through Airbnb. So no, not my flights, but my itinerary. As far as I went to salsa club, I did a salsa class there, which was like 60,000, which is expensive because if you go to Manicero, which I don't get no money from my money thing. I just said I went there and I got 4 classes for 60,000, and Airbnb charged me one class 60,000, which is like $19. Um, so that was great. I went to the lake, Blue Lagoon they call it, and I went to La Rey. Now I don't have no images of it because I ran out of space, and I tried to get some space in my on my camera, and it erased everything. And I was like, man. So the only thing I have from them is Cristo Rey, which I went up there. Most of my so a little bit about myself. Most of the trips that I do, I finance myself. I don't have no finance, no none of that. I usually work 2 jobs, and I finance it myself. So I try to get the on budget or be as economically friendly as I can be, for the lack of a better word. I was going to say cheap, but I said economically friendly for lack of a better word. But like I said, the whole trip cost me around $600, maybe seven, and I lived really well. Because I'm not going to lie to you, I went to it was $19 for a day. I had 7 days, came out $119. 243. The whole airplane was 243. I took out 400,000 pesos, which is like $120, and that usually lasts me 2 to 3 days. I ate on Fifth Avenue or Fifth Street or La Quinta, like they say La Quinta. I had on Quinta. They gave me ribs, soda, ribs, macaroni and cheese, salad, soup, and a dessert that came up to like $2.50. So the food was pretty cheap. I had like a half a gallon of orange juice every day, freshly squeezed, and that's like not even a dollar, like 90 cents. So I lived pretty comfortably with the money I had. I spent probably $250 while I was there altogether, and I ate really good. I went to a lot of restaurants. I went to what's the name? Bohemian in San Antonio. I went to the Bohemian, which is a fancy restaurant, real fancy. And I only spent 50,000 there, which is like $25. And for 50,000, I had a soup, I had salad, I had wine because I love my red wine. I had red wine and bottled water. Beautiful, overlooking the mountains, really in San Antonio, and that came up to like 50,000. That's the last day because I splurged. So for the most part, I had a blast in Cali. People say they don't like Cali. I don't understand it. I went to La Manga. I did a lot of things by taxi and buses. I took, because I was staying in Cali, so I took the bus, which is the bus on Fifth de La Quinta, all the way up to almost to La Manga, which is, if you don't know what La Manga is where all the clubs are at. So most times I would stay up until 2, 3, 7, 8 in the morning because I was trying to dance salsa. La Manga is where La Living is at, La Negra, and a couple other clubs are there. It's called La Manga. I loved it, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I loved it. I had a blast. I gotta go. If you listen to me, this is just my point of view. I've heard people don't like it. People say it's boring. I found the people to be warm, caring, charismatic. People went out of the way to show me around. As you see, I lift weights. I lift weights. So I went to the gym. I mean, the owner was like, let's get it in after the club. He's like, hey, if you want to go upstairs, you use the jacuzzi. They treated me great. I never had a day that somebody didn't treat me really good in Cali. I had a better experience in Cali than I did in Medellin. And I love Medellin. If anybody knows me, I'm always bigging up Medellin. That's my spot. And but going to Cali, doing salsa, going around clubs, just walking around. We had stuff for me to lift weights. The living was easy. People was friendly. I definitely, for me, now that I've been to Cali, I'm going to push Cali a little bit above Medellin for me because I loved it. So that's just my experience of going to Cali opposed to Medellin. Cartagena, if everybody knows me, I'm not a big Cartagena fan. I don't like Boca. It's a Boca. What's the name of this place, man? That little spot, well, you guys know what it is. They're by the water. I don't like people coming up to me and asking me for money constantly. And I really couldn't enjoy myself in Cartagena. I really like Barranquilla. If everybody knows me, I stay in the north side of Barranquilla, right in Carnival spot. Love it. Carnival, best time to be there. Like Ace Live says, it's off the chain. Because I was there the same time he was there this year. He was down on 40th Street. I was like at 67 party. So I did go to the Frog because I saw his comment on the Frog. I went to the Frog and I went to a couple other clubs when I was in Barranquilla. So I do love Barranquilla. Cartagena, Cartagena, I'm not a big Cartagena fan, but you got to go to Cartagena, go to Barranquilla and Santa Marta and all of the other spots. My next spot, I want to go to La Rosa, something in Pereira, to the volcano with the hot water. You got to check out that. And most likely I'm going to go to Bogota, which I haven't made myself. I haven't made my way to Bogota, but I'm going to try those two, and those are my last two cities. Then I'll probably have to go somewhere else. But this is Brand Jewel, man. If you don't know, you better ask me, man. All right, peace.